Sure. I said, what a stupid idea to do this race. Nevertheless, probably in 30 minutes I'll want to know when I can sign up again.
How do you feel?
The short-lived ultra memory. You know, endorphins kick in, and then you forget all the bad things.
How do you feel overall?
Everything hurts.
This is my gym. It works great because rain or shine, it's such a controlled environment that you can just go up and down. And I think people get a little freaked out when they see some guy hammering up the stairs all covered in sweat. In fact, I've heard a couple people, couple women coming outside, going from one floor to the next. They actually screamed when they saw me, thinking that I was some crazy guy, which they got the crazy guy right, but I'm of course just training for a 100-mile race. The first time I thought about doing 100 was when I read a race report of a race in Hawaii called the H.U.R.T 100. And why I decided to do the H.U.R.T, I don't know. I just thought that it was an incredible challenge and thought that I really could see a lot of Hawaii in 100 miles.
Aloha.
Yeah.
Aloha.
Aloha.
E ko mako makua. Iloko okalani.
Our Almighty Father in heaven, God of everlasting power.
It's about an hour before the race starts, 5 a.m. We're walking down this long road that seems even longer on the way back home.
Thank you for gathering us all together for this event.
And we're gonna drop off our drop bags and get prepared to start the race.
E ho'opo'o mai kai oi ike ahahui na kanaka hana.
4 minutes to go. We really appreciate you running in our backyard. We say that every year, but we really mean it. We don't do this for money. We do it to meet all you folks and to have you experience the trails that we train in and have trained in for 25 years.
Please bestow upon them enlightenment, humility.
All right, 10 seconds to go. I'm going to count down from 5.
And may we move together with one thought.
5.
Thank you for this day,
4.
this earth,
3.
the heaven,
2.
and all the things within.
1.
Amene.
Gilligan, how's the first lap?
I like it. So far, so good. How are you doing?
How do you feel about your pace?
I'm feeling all right. Taking it easy. Hey, guys.
Is that Mark?
Hey guys, glad to see you out here. We'll see you at the next aid station.
So we're, I don't know, 6 or 7 miles in. This is the fun part. This is where everything works, and you think you're going to feel this way for another couple miles.
They're all there.
But you'll find out later.
So what happens is there are, at the H.U.R.T, there are 3 aid stations. And it's basically a Y configuration with the intersection of all 3 trails being at the highest point. So each time you get to an aid station, you're at the bottom of this long leg that just that you just came down or went up. So what you're doing is when you get down to the aid stations, you want to immediately grab as much. You want to fill your bottle up. You want to eat as much as you can and get out of there.
Come back hungry. We're going to have burgers later on.
Oh, good. I love it.
If you think about it, there might be 20 aid stations in a 100-mile race. Shaving 3 minutes off your time at each aid station is an entire hour.
All right. Just have to fun. It's the food.
Good start to a great day.
And your pace?
Pace is good, comfortable. Got to take care of business. Long race, super long race.
29, 4th place as of right now. Came in at 8:40.
Runner in!
Today's update, Paul Hopwood, he's right now 12:50 was check-in time at Milano, so he's actually in the lead. And then you have
Our second aid station, about mile 12, mile 13.
So what I was thinking is I have all these maps, and we have some serious directions. And I was looking at this map, and I was like, well, we really don't have that far to run today.
It's a big day. This is one of the long days. Long days of training before big event.
And then I realized the scale down here at the bottom is like 2 miles for just a tiny distance. And I'm like, oh yeah, we're gonna do a long run today. It is probably about
50 degrees it might be.
It is 5:53 a.m.
On a little ibuprofen to ward off any
Preemptive strike.
I'm taking a preemptive strike.
It is cold. It is so cold out here.
Oh, it's got to be less than 50. I think it's in the 40s.
Hey Rob, what's the holdup?
You're all serious, dude.
Let's go. I just want to get moving. I am freezing right now.
The trick is little steps. Little steps, not big steps, little steps. Little steps uses the quads and the soleus, or not the quads, but the gastrocs, and saves the quads. The more times you do little steps, the farther you can go.
The course of the H.U.R.T 100 is unbelievable. You are constantly going either uphill or downhill. There are very few sections that are flat enough to run. So so it's a grueling up and down. And in fact, the course total elevation gain is approximately 29,000 feet.
Uphill or down?
I prefer down. I prefer down, definitely. Uphill is not my forte.
So you're constantly going up and down, and that is extremely challenging. You're also running through the jungle where you have a lot of rain and mud. The trails are typically very muddy, so you're constantly running the risk of slipping and falling.
I'm frustrated that I can't go faster, but I have this fear of falling because every year, pretty much for the last 10 years, I've broken a bone, including last January. And I just don't want to break a bone today. I want to be careful. I don't want to break anything. I mean, I have friends who have broken their fingers, broken ribs with this course. But
the heat, the humidity, the slippery trails, the elevation gain, it's a brutal, brutal course. Need to have my caffeine, whether that's a Rockstar or a coffee. This morning it's going to be coffee.
What were you like as a child?
Pretty wild. I was always the one in trouble, always acting up in class. Spent a lot of time in the principal's office. Never could sit still in class. A little ADD.
A little ADD?
Maybe a lot of ADD. This is the breakfast of champions here. Take your pick. What do you want? What are you in the mood for today? Hear that? Power bar.
Are you still a little ADD?
Absolutely. Can't sit still. In fact, right now as we speak, I'm a little restless. But that might be the 5 cups of coffee I had this morning in the Rockstar.
Hey, Kim, come on.
How are you?
You look good.
Yeah, I feel really good.
Good.
You?
Yeah, making it. Yeah, feeling good. Some blisters.
They feel good, don't they?
Oh yeah. Blisters aching a little bit, but hey, it's part of the process. Just get into the next aid station and take care of them.
Oh yeah, you're limping a little, huh?
Yeah, just a wee bit.
So you're holding a pretty good pace?
Think so. So far, so good.
How's your energy level?
All right, it ebbs. It flows and it ebbs. It flows and it ebbs, but maintaining consistency.
Fatigue sets in shortly after the race begins on this course. You slow down tremendously and you really are struggling to make it up these hills. You're just 1 foot in front of the other, but at times you feel like the only way you can make it up that hill is by putting your hands on your thighs and just feeling those legs burning as you're just making your way up one slow step at a time.
So here's my strategy. My strategy is, I think I'm gonna pull this off, bud. If I hit anything that's inclined up at all, I walk. If I get anything with any uphill to it, I go into hike mode. And my legs feel really fresh right now. So I think that's the deal. I'm gonna keep it really mellow on those uphills and then run downhill, just let my weight carry me, no brakes. Keep those quads fresh. And I think I might have I'm feeling pretty good.
You think about it, you're like, I thought I was running a 100-mile race, but oftentimes in this course, you're really having a struggle just walking up this hill that you've already done 5 other times.
What lap you on?
3 heading into Paradise Park.
But then after, a while, things calm down and you start feeling better and you start picking up speed, and then you're flying down the hill, going as fast as you possibly can without injuring yourself.
Feel like you got a pretty strong pace?
Yeah, so far so good. Pace is strong, steady.
Any injuries or anything going on?
No, just a blister.
So it's a challenging course. It's not your typical marathon course where you're running on flat ground for 26 miles. This is 100 miles through the mountains and under the most extreme conditions. The heat, the humidity.
Been training much lately?
Not a lot. I've been injured, so this is kind of my only outlet, or stairs for some reason. The injury that I have, which is in my abdomen, doesn't seem to mind the stairs. At first I thought it was a hernia. As it turns out, it's not a hernia, but rather muscular damage. But even the few doctors that I've talked to, they're not conclusive on what it is. They really don't know. Ready? So hopefully I can get this resolved and get out there on the trail again. Because man, these stairs are difficult.
What's the next stage you're prepping for?
Next stage of what?
The race, I mean, as far as going into the night.
Kind of the night of the living dead. It's pretty slick up there, and we're gonna have a pretty low finishing rate, is my guess.
I own the night. Just ask Sibley about it. We own the night.
The course is muddy, messy.
Feet are hurting, legs are hurting. Stomach's not quite there.
Your body keeps telling you to stop.
Just losing motivation.
Your mind keeps saying, what do you have to prove?
Been in a low point probably last hour or so, but
it's about 2, 3 in the morning. People just want to sleep for a while.
Why get out of the chair? Why move?
They go down too long. They don't get back up.
Right now, I'm really happy with. My legs feel really good, and we're coming up on 50 miles, and everything's working. And I'm being real patient on the hills. Strategy's kind of working. I think I'm gonna make a run for this thing, bud.
Ow, cramp.
Okay.
Second boy came. Whoa, check that out.
I just want to get the dirt off so he's got a clean slate to start with.
Doing alright. Big low point right now. Big low point.
How's your mindset been since dark?
I was thinking I wouldn't have a lot more up and down than before. A lot more up and down. Been in a low point probably last hour or so, but.
What lap you going into?
Gonna be starting lap 4.
And that's another tough thing about the course. It's so dark out there in the jungle that one headlamp, although is pretty bright, really wasn't enough to light up the trail so that you could move at a pace that you move at during the day. So one of the big strategies to the H.U.R.T race is making sure that you have the best lighting that you possibly can, and possibly having multiple lights.
Yeah, I got enough light. I got one here, one on the waist, 2 in the water bottle. Oh yeah, it's all about the light.
That you're slowing down because of light, or slowing down because of fatigue, or not slowing down at all?
I could probably a little bit of fatigue, but also just the nighttime. Love you.
Love you too.
You know what? The lap format where you pass everybody, you get to know everybody else in the race. It's one of the nice things about this race, I think, is you get to meet basically everybody.
Yeah. This Hopwood, Paul. Yeah, he's the leader.
Really hard.
Yeah.
Oh, I got more pain in places. I was gonna just dog it off, but
This is the love of my life who came to meet me, and she's gonna finish the 100K with me.
Name is Alan.
Oh, Alan. What's your number?
Runner number 39.
We're getting there. We're making progress. So.
Yeah, feet are hurting, legs are hurting.
Hotspot is like a spot that is going to blister.
Stomach's not quite there. Just losing motivation.
Oh yeah, we've got 13 hours and 37 minutes.
Someone else found him. He was kind of like delirious, moving kind of sideways.
I'm gonna probably hang out here for a while, get some food and rest. All right. I got plenty of time to finish the 100K.
Watch me last one. When I'm close to home. And then you get up, and then I'm gonna go the whole way. Right now, I'm gonna go the whole way. Hey, I'll see you over at headquarters, maybe.
Favorite moment? Every time I get to see Christine.
All right, dude. Wow. I decided to do the H.U.R.T 100 last year because last year I paced Mark on it and ran 40 miles of it and loved the track.
Like, I think I convinced you in like a simple phone conversation. And it was like you had already dropped the form and your check in the mailbox by the time I finished the conversation with you.
You're a great salesman, you're a closer. I think it kind of suits me as a first one because I'm not a real fast runner, but I tend to do a little better on challenging terrain. How much do I run
How much did we do today? That's your number.
I run about 40 miles a week.
40 miles a week is like
It's an
6 miles a day.
Ask Rob, it's not training.
You know what? You can finish 140 miles a week.
I'm gonna finish it. I'm gonna finish it.
You will.
I'm going to finish it. You know what's going on in my head? I got 16 hours to do 2 loops. No.
Kind of the night of the living dead. It's pretty slick up there, and we're gonna have a pretty low finishing rate, is my guess.
I got 15 hours. And this next lap is another night lap.
The lowest is about, I think, 14%.
And I bet you I do it in about 8 hours.
This year is not going to be the lowest, but it's going to be, I'm betting it's going to be about 20%.
So I'm going to have to bust out the 7-hour loop on the last one to make the cutoff. Okay. So we got some drama. My race has gotten dramatic.
So I finished 6th place in a time of 29:48, and that was I was very happy with my results, but that's why I'm going back this next year to see if I can to improve my time. We are going up to a trail that has some great, it's a great single track trail up in the Oakland Hills, and it has some really good views. I like it. Well, I mean, my goal is to do whatever I can to make sure that the fatigue that caught me last year and slowed me down on those last 3 laps does not do the same this year. And my training over the next several months is going to reflect that goal. I'm going to push myself harder than I've ever pushed myself, and I'm going to do whatever I can to make sure that the fatigue that caught me last year and slowed me down on those last 3 laps does not do the same this year.
Last loop. This is good.
This is a pretty big high for you right now?
I don't know if it's high or it's a mix of highs and lows. But it's getting better knowing it's the last loop. So the cutoff is you have to start your 5th lap before 29 hours. And I'm on track to be back there at around 30 or 31 hours. So me getting 5 laps in is over.
This is the look of shame. You have the look of shame in focus. This is the look of someone who starts something and really doesn't have a problem quitting very, very early on.
You know, 67 is an unappealing number. And that's how many miles I've run. 80's got a roundness to it. It's got a ring. 80 feels a little more like an accomplishment.
You know, every pain that my body has dealt with in the last 6 months came out after the second aid station.
Plus, I want to finish back in Nature Center because they'll put my feet in these. They'll give me a little sponge bath for my feet. Huh? You know, warm sponge bath with a towel and all that.
That's just too early in the race to start feeling the pain that I was feeling, so I just...
So what I'll do is I'll keep running until they kick me off the course. Because if you gotta lose, you might as well go down swinging. Tonight's the key. I need 6 hours tonight. A good big breakfast at 4 a.m.
Functional.
I think we're ready. When people say, what are you doing? And explain to them what you're doing is kind of a blast. God, you know, for having been asked that question enough and how people just don't get it, if you were fully prepared, then it would be a sure thing, right? One of the things people say a lot is that like a marathon? That's more than a marathon, huh?
Yeah.
How exciting is a sure thing? Hey, Mark, how do you do on the why do you do it? Because there's no real good answer. Yeah. Folks have no idea when they hear marathon. They don't even know. They don't know if it's 10 miles or 50 miles. Most people, I don't think. But then the next logical question is like, how far is enough?
There's never enough.
When do you stop? I mean, is it always pushing?
Well, I'm already thinking that 100-mile races are a little bit too much because they really beat up your body. So I guess to the point where you start injuring yourself and you're injured more than you are healthy. I listen to my body. That's, I guess, a good way of saying enough is enough, right? It's been saying stop. I don't want to run. But you know what? My mind says run, Forrest, run. H.U.R.T is one of those races where almost everyone who's racing, whether it's the front runners or the people in the far back, are gonna see a second sunrise because you start off in the dark. It's 6 a.m. and it's still pretty dark out, so people are wearing their headlamps. And then you know, soon you start seeing the first light of day and you continue running all the way through till the sunset and then all the way through the night, and pretty soon, before long, you're running in light again, and it's that second sunlight that gives you kind of that final boost. And you may not finish till the afternoon, but at least you've made it through that long night, and you've got that energy from the sun. I feel a little obligation here. My buddy Scott, who paced me last year, is out on the course. He's on his 4th lap.
I'm mile 92.6.
Hey, I had a good night's sleep. I'm fully rested. I'm ready to go out there and make sure he finishes.
I got one guy who's bearing down on me a little bit, but I'm sure he's struggling too.
7.4 miles.
Come on, ladies.
I'm done.
I'm pretty beat up. I've been been running for 30 hours. Been awake for 32 hours. Steady, moving all through all the time. Pretty beat up.
No matter where it is.
2 miles to go. And then I'll be done. And then I have to figure out how to get all the mud off. You know, but this course is eats runners. It really does. And when I left home, I said to my friends, I'll call you not when I'm done with the race, but when the race is done with me.
So an ultra is anything over.
That's the white sign down there. It feels really good. I'm elated at actually pulling it off because I had a few rough times out there.
And why I decided to do the H.U.R.T, I don't know.
You go through different phases. I mean, there's sometimes where you're just, you're as happy as can be. You're cruising along, happy, and then, maybe your energy level will bottom out.
You're running through the jungle. You're running through the night.
I missed the cutoff, so I got 80 miles, kicked out of the race. You missed the cutoff. They don't want you to take that 5th lap.
You're running non-stop. There's no breaks.
And I was out there for 30 hours, so I've been through it.
You are constantly trying to eat and drink.
I didn't complete it, but I'll be back to either this one or some other one.
It's a brutal, brutal course.
And you want to do this again?
Yeah. This January.
Darling, all these things are true. She told me she can't wait to find you. What's it gonna take to make you see? What's it gonna take for you to believe me? That I'm deep inside the part that never dies, the part that still believes in a life of danger. Sound off on stories now grown cold. These lies that permeate these days. We live in pain, my impression is to fall in love too late. I gave you everything I had. I'm so addicted to the self-fulfilling emptiness too far. They'll never hear us now.
I've only gone halfway up and I'm dying.